Scoreboard should be updated now. There you go, it has been updated. This guy versus Horror, let us get right into the game here. First map should be Sumerian Sun. Alright, let's have a look here. 4 farms. 4 farms, pretty standard map here. We'll see how it goes for the 2 of them here on Sumerian Sun. Very close start of these 2 here. We have a lot of stuff going on in the bottom of the map here though, so we might want to expand towards this. This bottom mill could be a pretty good sneaky mill at some point. We'll see what happens between the 2 players. After this match, if the other one has not ended, I will be trying to do a player interview. Alright. 6 farms against 6 farms. So far, pretty standard play. Nothing off-putting here. I'll look at the whole 648p thing soon, Papa. Don't worry. Not yet, though. Not yet. 7 farms, 8 farms. Haru has cutest 8 farm, so is this guy, so it's going to be a pretty standard opening here from the 2 of them. Let me grab my controls for a little bit smooth for camera movement here. Alright, illicit warning coming up from Haru here. How is this guy going to respond? He's going to go for a squirrel ward. Haru actually sells and just decides to move into a squirrel ward instead here. We'll see how they manage to do things with his water here. He's already going for an expand too. Haru has an expand here in the corner here on the side here, while this guy goes into very early skunks with 2 squirrel warrants here. We'll see how that manages to take off if it does. This guy is very well known for his skunk plays. He really likes to harass people with those skunks there. So classic this guy plays so far. Definitely nothing out of the ordinary for him. Skunks have been queued there. The first one will be out in approximately 10 seconds. Able to gas up some enemies. Haru floating a lot of food here. He's going to go for the double lizard warren here. Triple lizard warren. Full on in on lizards here. While this guy here buys a mill and with his first skunk starts pushing up towards the north side of the map here. And gets ready to go in on Haru. He gets to find Haru here. Not really ready for a fight yet. But he comes in here. This choke gets gassed here. Squirrels are taking heavy damage from this gas here, but this isn't enough. 2 health skunk running away, but ooh, it doesn't get a kill on the way out here. Sadly, not for him. Meanwhile, this guy here, now floating 120 food, is going to buy 2 farms here, and Haru has bought 3 in total. One of them is queued and will be bought very soon. Alright. This guy scouting here, seeing the 3 farms. Pure T1 here, with him having the skunks and squirrels. This guy, how's he going to respond? He's going for third one. He's going to go for 2 squirrel ones here, and a 3rd farm of his own. Liz is going to move out for Haru here, down the south portion of the map. He's going to stand there for now. This guy scouts. He sees 4 farms here, and he doesn't see any lizards. Is Haru going to move in and try to get something sneaky done with the lizards here? This guy goes back here. Does he know it? Does he know it? He buys a 4th farm. Did he see the lizards? The lizards just waiting to pounce. Lizards is just waiting to go in. And now they move back here, canceling their attack. No cheeky things happening today. Not yet. Four skunks from this guy here. Classic this guy play. He really does like his skunks. With a lot of squirrel pigeon. And some moles too. Getting a good tanky front line up for his skunks to sit gas behind. Meanwhile, Haru here is going for a combination of chameleons and falcons. With 4 camps and now up on 8 farms. With this guy not yet having gone for his 8 farms. We'll see what happens. Did his commander just go down? I think it did. But there it is. Alive and well. Fine farms. So we have 2 players now, both going up on 8 farms each on a 2nd mill. So this seems like we have one of the bigger economy games going on here. With real big falcons spam coming in here from Haru. Getting ready to really take on those skunks there. third mill going up for Haru with more falcons and more chameleons. In comes this guy here, sneaks up here, gasses everything here, gets really good gas down. Incredible gas from the skunks here, managing to just deal heavy damage to the enemy T1 here. In comes the squirrels here for this guy. Can he manage to take out all those falcons? There's so many of them, and the skunks cannot do anything for him. He does manage to kill a lot of these first farm picks, but they're not really worth that much considering they're just about to expire. And now this guy's on the run here after his little engagement here. He sees a lot of falcons from Haru. What will he do against them? He goes for more squirrels. Good engagement so far here, but it's not decisive. Not decisive. Fights have happened, but no one has won yet. Haru is really looking in the red when it comes to food. He's trying to choose so many T2 units up, but it's just not enough food for it. In comes this guy here, moving through the swampy middle of the map here, going towards Haru's base here. Is Haru going to be ready for this one? One warren goes down. Skunks are getting good gas down. Really just zoning all of these T1 away here. The mill is going to be used for tanking purposes. Can they tank for all these falcons though? We'll see what happens here. All this skunk gas goes down, but it's just not on the enemy squirrels quite. This guy's sent running over the water here. It's not going to be the best place to run, but he does turn around now, trying to really contest all of these goddamn falcons. 4 of them in the air. One of them lives on 2 HP. One of them goes down there. There's 3 falcons left. He just does not have the squirrel DPS to really do anything against all these falcons. These falcons just manage to just take out most of this guy's army. It's not looking good for this guy, who has to settle down on his skunks and is now going for 21 squirrels. With Haru going almost pure T2 at this point. He's adding in his own skunks now, preparing to take down the enemy squirrels here that this guy is massing quite effectively. 2 farms on his third mill here, with Haru having gone for none. We'll see what happens here. Almost pure T2 from Haru here. Interesting play. Falcons coming up from this guy now. He's going to go for 6 falcons of his own. Really a heavy investment for units that aren't just going to come out quite yet. This might leave some opening for Haru to do something, but Haru hasn't moved in yet. Not quite. We'll be waiting for something to happen in this match. Both of them going even on that third mill with 2 farms. This guy's actually sold all of his skunks. There are no skunks left to speak of on this guy's side. And considering that Haru has no T1, that might just have been the right choice. Haru now going up on lizards here. 9 lizards added to his army for a total. But so far, nothing much happening. 4 farms from Haru here, and this guy's going up on 5, so that is right now a small economy lead. But considering that Haru has seen it, that's probably not going to last for long. Now this guy with 6 falcons and 23 squirrels to his name is going to start moving aggressively in. He has to do 3 moles too. Could have had tanky front line. We'll see. Haru's also moving pretty aggressively in here. We might be looking at an engagement. And he sees it. This guy sees it, and he moves in here to defend his pig. He does lose one of them. Skunks are going to move in here, but the falcons are going to keep him at bay. This guy knows that those skunks exist, and they're pretty damn scary. Now engagement happens here. Let's see here. The mill tank is going to come down here and might just be game winning for this guy. Mill is still alive, just barely. He pulls back behind his mill again. The mill is going down here, but will this guy now be able to take the fight, though? We'll see what happens here. All these skunks are very low on health now. One of them goes down. This guy's chasing. He's going to go straight for the enemy mill here, hoping that he can reverse this match here now and just take down Haru's farms so that he's no longer behind an economy. In comes the counter engage here from Haru. Fight's going to go down here. This guy's going to manage to Ooh, that Falcon survives in just 1 HP here. Now the fight here, it seems to be going in Haru's favor, considering that Haru here still has 5 farms extra to his name, with this guy having lost his mill and having only 1 farm left here. This guy's now starving. He's gonna have to make something happen right this moment, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough to make anything happen here. Might be looking at Haru taking the first game. He can't really run from those lizards. Those lizards are going to keep chasing him down as he attempts to run and tries to get shots in, but it's just not a good engagement for this guy, and he's going to be sent to the kitchens, losing the first game in this series. Congratulations to Haru. I'll ask this guy what map he wants next. This guy asks for Highway 404, but instead, instead of that, wrote Highman 420. What a nice way of doing it. Alright. Highway 404. Let's go into this one created by Best Sakuya in a classic map. Thank you also Mystic Cheese for the host. I'll look at that Heavy Metal Finland. My computer can definitely run it. So after the stream here has ended, I'll be looking at improving that. All right. Remember, we're now 1-0 to Haru. So Haru there does have the advantage in this, and this guy right now is looking at a disadvantage. But let's see how it goes here in Highway 404. This map forces people to expand a little bit more towards each other, where the other one we played, Sumerian Sun, forces you to expand away from each other. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out and see if that results in a shorter game or not. We'll see. So far, pretty standard play. 7 farms here, 6 farms here. Probably going to be queued there. 7 farms from both sides here. So far, no aggression of any sort has been spotted. Right, seems like standard 8 farm play from both players here. No sort of aggression as said before, and we'll see how they do as they move into building some units and maybe some more mills. If we look at the deck of both players here, Haru is running a deck that's pretty similar to what he had before, except instead of running cams, he's now running snakes in his deck, which could be pretty good to prevent any sort of poking skunks. And this guy is running the exact same deck as he was before. Squirrel Warren coming up here for this guy, and double lizard coming up for Haru here. These lizards open are getting quite popular here. This guy baits a Skunk Warren, sells it, and goes for straight up T1. And Haru now goes for the Snake Warren. I am convinced this is the counter pick to this guy's famous skunks. Making sure that he can't really poke with those skunks by just returning any poke fire with snake poison. Mill coming up here for Haru here. As first snake has been queued here. This guy so far going for 2 farms and just pure squirrel so far. Interesting to see that Haru has gone for this kind of counter pick against this guy, just slotting snakes into his deck's 6 slot in order to try and take down the enemy skunks. 4 squirrel warrens come up here from this guy. 15 squirrels! Is this mad lad? Did this guy predict the snake counter pick? That seems like crazy predict. We'll see the response from here. More scrolls come up here. Going for some weird squislet with Snake. Well, this guy now building some moles here. 6 moles to his name. Alright, so far, really relatively passive game. Pure T1 from this guy with Snakes over here at Haru and some squirrels with just a tiny little bit of lizard added to it. We'll see what Haru does here to add to his army. In comes the skunks here. We have a classic skunk-snake duo coming in here while this guy still on pure T1, which might be very problematic if those skunks get on the field. But maybe he might look to do a push. He does have the moles, which are historically really good at pushing because they have that bonus damage to buildings. We'll see what happens now, and here comes the army to defend here. Is there an engage going to happen? The engage is going to happen here. Who's it going to go to? The army from this guy does look very strong against snakes, so we'll see both snakes have gone down here. All this poison, though, is still going to be very effective at taking down the army, and a pig is lost here from Haru, but otherwise, Haru looks pretty fine. He even has 7 farms now that he's quickly bought in his other mill, hoping that this guy does not continue the attack. Well, let's see what this guy's up to. This guy scouted. Did he see the 7 farms is the question. He's moving his troops up a little bit. He's buying farms. He's going on 8 farms himself, and his troops are moving towards the enemy. Maybe he is looking to... Oh, is this a base trade coming up here? They just missed each other and went to the other side of the highway, both of them. Snake Poke is coming in here, and now the engagement is coming in here. This guy manages to sneak away with the building grid. Haru's mill here, and now an engagement between the 2 players are happening. And so far, with all the mill farms that Haru has lost, doesn't look good for him. These squirrels are sent packing though, sent running away from the dangerous skunk snake combo. But still, with all the farms that this guy has managed to take down, this does look pretty good for him. Alright, in comes the counter engage here. Snake on 8 HP, pretty low. It goes down. How about the skunk here? Skunk down. It's going to be really expensive for Haru to afford those T2 again when he has no farms on the second mill. The 5-minute mark has also passed, meaning that on his starting there, he only has 3 picks considering that this guy's killed one of them. It does not look like a good situation for Haru now. This might be a 1 game for this guy. He's going to push in here with the moles, ready to attack. In comes the push. Going straight for those T2. He knows that Haru just can't afford to replace them in the current situation, and so he goes straight for them. All these scrolls in the middle of Haru's base are going to just destroy, wreck all these horns, and the win goes in to this guy. 1-1 so far in this series. I'll ask Haru what the next map should be. Waiting on Haru to respond. Alright. He has selected Genbu Ravine. Alright. There you go. Both players have been informed here. And we'll see how it goes for the 2 of them as we move into the 3rd and final match here. Of a final game of this match here. 1-1. Best out of 3. Let's go. This guy picking the same deck as before, but he does switch out the Badger for Fox. With Haru going for a similar deck, but he just switches out his Pigeons and Snakes for Cam Wolf. Alright, 5 farms for both players so far. No Russian. Let the games begin, ladies and gentlemen. So far, 7 farms from both players here. Going a pretty standard opening from both players. 8 farms overall. So, players have not really favored aggression in these games here. We saw some aggression earlier in the tournament, but as we get to the later stage of the tournament, people are being more wary and not as aggressive here. But we'll see how it goes between these two players as they move into buying units. They both expand at the same time, both buying a mill in... I've got to suspect that it's the frame perfect both buying mill. Suspecting it here. That is, what a time. Alright. Warren coming down there. Warren from both players. Oh, farm from Haru. 1 Warren farm here from Haru, and from this guy, double Warren and then a farm. So, with Licits here from Haru, how will that go? Well, only one way to find out. We'll keep watching. So far, an even game with a second farm coming up. This guy here. These people really like farming up. Not very aggressive on the plays again, even though we've seen people end games really quickly. Even on this map here. Remember Gent having his Lizards here win a fight and just take down these Warrens here. Not very pleasant for his opponent to deal with, but let's see how it goes here. Alright, so far just 2 farms on both of their expansion mills with pure squirrels from this guy. And from Haru, we have Licits with 1 squirrel Warren. Even match, no real engagement has happened yet. $15 squirrels, 9 Licit, 1 squirrel Warren. This guy does see that Falcons are coming up here from Haru. Haru's going straight into T2 now. And we'll see how this guy responds. He sells one of his squirrel and go for skunks of his own. While Haru, meanwhile, moving up to the top here, looking to get some kind of a ras down here. He does attack here. There is some squirrels, but it just ain't enough here. And I think that losing only 2 squirrels, and with this guy losing 3 squirrels and Haru losing only 2 Licits, it was slightly worth. It's 20 food. It's not a big deal, but value is value, right? 5 farms coming up here from Haru while this guy's still stuck on 4. He's getting his skunks. He's getting 4 skunks up here. Might be tough against these Falcons here that Haru has. Has to make sure that he has something that can kill the Falcon. But squirrels might be a risky way of doing it, considering that... Ooh, what is this? He sells the skunks and goes into... No, he doesn't sell the skunks. He sold some of his T1 and goes for 6 Falcons. And to counterpick those Falcons... This guy has built a fox. Did he manage to see it? Let's just check here real quick here to see. Yes, the tier 3 Warren has spotted. So Haru knows that a fox is incoming. Let's see here at the graphs here how it's going. Army value right now looking slightly good for Haru, and income looking good even. Alright. Falcons coming up here too. We'll see if that fox comes out, and if it does come up here, we'll see how well it does here. Haru is starting to move out of his base, so he might be aggressively moving in. This guy sees that something's up here. He's gonna come down here, rally his units to get ready to defend here. A fight might be breaking out. The skunks are coming in to poke here, and now the skunk ass is going down. The fight has started. Will this mill be enough here to... Oh, Haru pulls slightly back here. Skunk guy, oh, 2 picks does go down for this guy here, and some of his army. Will he be able to hold back this here? 1 Falcon goes down for Haru. 2 Falcons down. The reinforcements are coming in strong now. Does this fox come up for this guy? It's looking a little bit bleak for him. Not gonna lie, not looking the best here. It's gonna be really tough to take down the enemy Falcons here. Ooh, big losses for this guy, but he has a fox now. Is this fox what it's gonna take to turn this game around? The fox is gonna chase all these Falcons here, get some shots off, get some value shots on him. Alright, now the match is happening here. Is this fox gonna get killed though? This fox is in danger, but he does manage to lead it back there to the back of his army, and he does manage to take shots at the enemy army. We'll see how that goes. Fox there, safe in the back so far, taking some good shots. This guy does manage to build a mill again. He does have the economy disadvantage, but that T3 might just be what he needs to win this game. He's retreating all the way back into his own base here, as Haru destroys some warrens. He has that Fox still, but it is being threatened by all of these units. Oh, 3 health! 3 health and running! Ooh, no, the Fox goes down, and it just isn't enough for this guy to win. This guy manages to lose, and Haru wins 2-1. Congratulations to Haru for winning this match here.